Greetings. In the not so distant past, it was the Super Bowl. And to me, the Super Bowl is about food. More specifically, chicken wings. I learned this recipe from a friend. It involves Maggi sauce. So I'm going to show you how to make it. To begin with, I've got 1 kilogram of chicken wings, dark soy sauce, Maggi sauce, as well as mashed potato flakes. To begin our process, we're going to be doing a simple marinade. So I've got a bowl out, and I'm simply going to add 1 teaspoon of Maggi sauce, as well as 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce. If you don't have dark soy sauce, or you don't like soy sauce, whatever, double down on the Maggi. It's completely optional. But I think it does give a little bit of contrast. A little bit of secret Tabasco in here just to kind of kick it up a notch as well. So we're simply going to add our wings into our bowl, and then we can use the tongs to toss it around to get the Maggi sauce all over the wings. Of course, I prefer a different method, the plastic bag. So I dump it all into a plastic bag, and then I can simply zip it shut, move the wings around, throw them in the fridge, let them marinate a couple hours. You can do it right away, it doesn't matter. Overnight, whatever you want to do. Get that flavor inside of the meat. Now you may be asking, what exactly is Maggi sauce? And I'm not entirely sure, but it's from Switzerland, popular in Germany. It's got a very savory taste to it. It's almost similar to Worcestershire sauce, but it's a little bit different. So when it's later on, or the next day, or whatever it is that you want to make these, we take them out of the fridge, and then we can start on the next part. I've got a bowl here, and I'm simply going to add my potato flakes. They come in different flavors. I was looking for original, but they only had this weird flavor, so I think these are herb and garlic, or rosemary and something. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I could check. And what we are going to do is we are going to begin to bread our chicken wings. Now there's several different ways you can do this. I prefer to use the hand method because I think it is the easiest and probably the fastest, but it can also be done with tongs, as I will demonstrate in a minute. Kind of add them into the breading mixture, press them down, rotate them, press, try to get complete coverage. The more you get on them, probably the better it's going to be. And then simply transfer them onto your tray. I'm going to be cooking this in the air fryer. So this metal tray here just goes right into the air fryer, and that seems to work pretty good. They generally don't stick too bad as long as you rotate them halfway in so they don't cook right to the tray. But you could also use parchment if you wanted to, or even do them in the normal oven on a cooking sheet as well, but this seems to work pretty good. Now, one of the secrets to breading anything is to only use one hand. I'm only using my right hand here, and that really helps because then I can use my left hand to turn on the faucet or to do anything else, because otherwise you get all this breading mixture all over the place, which is kind of unfortunate, and you really don't want to do that. So the secret is to have one hand for the breading and one hand to do everything else. So we're just going to finish the breading process here. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. So now we're going to cook them. I've got the air fryer here. This is a Pampered Chef air fryer. Doesn't really matter what kind you have. Cooking may be different. I'm doing it in the middle tray, and I'm going to put this in for 12 minutes. And then I'll come back and look at it again after the 12 minutes are up. So in case you wanted to see the other technique, here is the tongs method for how to do the breading if you don't want to touch your food at all. Although you usually touch it to eat it, but maybe you're cooking for someone else and they don't like the idea. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't really care. So yeah, you can do it. It's a little bit more finagly, but it can be done. And if you do it a few times, you can kind of get a little bit faster at it. But I don't know if you get as good of coverage. But that might be technique based. I don't know. Maybe you can become a true master of the breading of the chicken. It's hard to say. So now that 12 minutes have passed, I'm going to remove the chicken wings from the air fryer and simply rotate them 180 degrees so that the other side is to the top. Now this really helps with getting a lot of golden brown to completely cover the wings so that they're uniformly cooked. And I'm simply going to throw this in for another 12 minutes. You can probably cook it for less time, but I usually cook my wings a little bit longer than some, so maybe 9 or 7 minutes might be enough. But you always should check with a thermometer if you're unsure of the doneness of your chicken wings. Now I have a secret technique that I like to use to make sure that they are done, and it's simply to stab them with the thermometer and then stack them. If you have an instant read thermometer, it's not as big of a deal, but the conventional thermometers, they take forever to get a reading at the temperature. You don't want to be on the bone, but if you stack the wings, you can heat it up quicker, and then you can reach your no food poisoning temperature a lot quicker. And there we are. We are well within the range of safe to eat. In fact, it's quite a bit higher than the safe to eat portion. And I think wings are a little bit better, cooked a little bit longer anyway. So that's just kind of how I do it. There we go. We have ourselves some wings anyway. Give those a try. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, stay awesome.